Our project is going to be on Andrew Carnegie. The people who are working on this project is Lawson, Anthony Cruz, Bryan Joseph, Miranda, and Andy Gonzalez. Andrew Carnegie was born in Dunfermline, Fife, Scotland, November 25th, 1835. His uncle George Lauder, Sr., a Scottish political leader, influenced him by introducing him to the writings of Robert Burns and historical Scottish heroes. He grew up with his cousin George Lauder, the son of George Lauder, who would later become his business partner. William Carnegie, Andrew's father, was a weaver and worked at a factory, and his death inspired Andrew to educate himself and take care of the family. As for Andrew Carnegie's education, he had little formal education. He grew up in a family that believes in the importance of books. He read many books as a young man. He was a voracious reader, and he took advantage of the Colonel James Library. He spent most of his youth there acquiring skills. As for his starting jobs, when he was 13 years old, he got his first job at a textile mill, earning $1.20 a week. He then earned $2 a week trading at a steam engine. The next year, Carnegie worked as a messenger boy in a telegraph office for $2.50 per week. In 1853, he went to work for the Pennsylvania Railroad for $35 per month as the personal telegrapher. As he climbed to fortune, Thomas A. Scott, superintendent of the Western Division of the Pennsylvania, and Andrew Carnegie's boss, initiated the future millionaire's first investment when he alerted Carnegie to the impending sale of 10 shares in the Adams Express Company. By mortgaging their home, Margaret obtained $500 to buy their shares, and soon the first stream of the dividends began rolling in. While associated with the railroad, Carnegie developed a wide variety of after-business interests. Theodore Woodruff approached him with the idea of sleeping cars on railroads, offering him a share in the Woodruff Sleeping Car Company. Carnegie secured a bank loan to accept Woodruff's proposal, a decision he would not reject. By age 30, Carnegie had amassed business interests in ironworks, steamers, railroads, and oil wells. Involved in steel production, he built the largest steel manufacturing company in the world. When it came to his workers, Carnegie believed in labor unions and fought for workers' rights. Contradictorily, he treated his workers unfairly. Homestead strike was a result of poor pay and working conditions that his workers had. For his money management, Carnegie would invest in buying his competitors' mills while the country hit a big slump. He would then remodel them and get them up and running. He also invested in booming and valuable industries such as the oil, steel, and railroad industry. He was making thousands of dollars a year by doing this. Andrew Carnegie decided he would give away all of his riches before his death. He founded the Carnegie Institutions to fund scientific research and established a pension for teachers, donating $10 million. He loved to read. When he was young, a rich man named Colonel James Anderson allowed working boys to use his library for free. He was inspired and gave money to build over 2,000 public libraries. He also gave $125 million to a foundation, aiding colleges and other schools. By the time he had died, he had given away 90% of his fortune. Was Andrew Carnegie seen as a robber baron or a captain of the industry? Well, according to our group, Andrew Carnegie is seen to be a captain of the industry as he grew up from a low-income family to becoming one of the wealthiest men of all time. Although some say that he treated his workers unfairly, he was seen as a philanthropist, giving 90% of his wealth to working families and those in need. Thank you. You cannot push what Andrew Carnegie said is that You cannot push anyone up a ladder unless he is willing to climb a little himself.